Good day, everyone, and welcome to this Mining Event of the North show interview. My name is Mario Drolet, and today we have the pleasure of having with us Miss Maura Kolb from Dryden Gold. Maura is the president of the company. Maura, thank you for being with us on this
Thanks
show.
for having me, Mario.
It's a pleasure. Maura, give us your background just to start briefly.
Sure. I've been working in Northwestern Ontario for almost 20 years. Worked all over as a consultant, and then I was in Red Lake for 8. I'm really familiar with these kind of low gold Archean deposits. So when Dryden came knocking, I was very excited to join the team and really start looking at this underexplored camp.
What amazed me from what we've been looking when we're looking to Dryden Gold, it's the size of the property. Like today, project of today, as we know, guys are looking for really big land package. Can you give us, like total surface of the project, the main zone, and so we can know much more about it?
Absolutely. So that's perfect. It's a good segue into our kind of twofold exploration strategy. So we have 70,000 hectares, a very large land package. So we're looking at two things. We have a flagship project kind of central in the property that we call Gold Rock. That's seen the most historic work. So there was a few historic mines at the turn of the century, early 1900s. They were in operation. And that's where the most historical drilling has gone on as well. So that gave us a really good base and a place to start to understand the controls of high grade mineralization and start working. We also have rest of the 70,000 hectare property, which is related to some structural controls. We've got a big shear zone that we think is the key for high grade gold mineralization. We hold that entire trend. So it's very prospective. So we're looking at moving ahead the Gold Rock camp and really making discoveries there, but also looking at the region and making a regional discovery, which is really interested the strategic investment from Centerra, but other strategics that have been kind of looking and talking to us.
Okay, very good. Give us the historic of the project. How did this idea start out? I do know, but for our viewers, I would like them to know because this is like, like it's not everybody who can achieve that.
It took a lot of heavy lifting to get this property put together. So Trey started this company after being dragged out of retirement from his Ely Gold royalty win. And he put it together piece by piece. So there's 2 major option agreements that got most of the property. And then we've probably done 10 additional small deals with different prospectors or staking claims ourselves to get the property the way we have it today. And it's really all about following the major structures in the camp where they have the best gold potential, and then some of the cross-cutting structures. So when you look at our land package, it just kind of goes this way and this way. That's why, because we're really following up these areas that are bringing the gold into the rocks.
And from what I've been reading and seeing, like it was previous operator who had outstanding resolve, and that definitely, like probably caught your attention as because everybody's looking for a surface high grade gold.
Absolutely.
And from my first reading on it, like I said, could this be it?
There's a historic result of 53,700 grams per ton over 0.55 meters on the property.
You don't see that unless you're in a really significant system. But it's nice because from top to bottom, there are high grade showings from surface samples or shallow drill core. And I mean, we just got a result early in May from a new target.
1,930 grams per ton over 0.6 meters.
But because I see in the area to the south, you have a dynasty. I'll see also Kenorland acquired a very land package. Is it too early to say that it could be the raising, like a new mining camp? Like the Dryden South Gold Camp?
We are totally thinking and hoping that we have a new gold district with a large land package of 70,000 hectares. That's why we're not just focused on Gold Rock, which is just a small portion. We want to look at the entire property. We're doing very early stage exploration this summer. We've got a soil sampling program that just started up so that we can get chemical data for the entire large land package. And then we couple that with geophysics. So it's really a 2-pronged approach. Let's make a new discovery. Let's learn about what was historically mined and see if we can grow that too.
In your background, you work at the Red Lake. can you pinpoint to us the similarity that you could see with the Red Lake camp and the Dryden Gold camp? Because obviously, the Red Lake camp. So you bring all that expertise and, like looking into, like it must in your mind, like make you revive that. Wow, I saw this over there.
And when I first was called about joining the Dryden team, that was the very first thing I looked at. The Gold Rock camp has the same fold architecture. So the rocks are all folded the same way that you see in Red Lake. It's just clipped on its side. And then the fault architecture was very, very, very much the same too, with the intersections on the fold limb. So I thought, wow, this is such a similar setting. Now, fast forward, I've been with the company now for 3 years, and we've seen even more similarities as we start to drill this. The controls of mineralization, the small offsets, the different dikes that we're seeing, the alteration. So the similarities just keep piling up.
Okay. Getting back on the project, you have 3 main zone. Okay. What do you think? Where you see it the most prospective, in your evaluation, the Hyndman or the 2 others?
It's hard to say. So our Gold Rock project is more advanced for sure. We have drilling there, and we've been making some really good progress on the structural understanding there. We see the intersection of different structures creating traps to a very high grade, and now we've found a 3rd generation of age there. We're applying that to the whole property as well. So we've got a field team out at Hyndman right now. They've been expanding from what we found in 2023, which was our own discovery of a new showing. And they're mapping that in great detail so we can get ready to be able to drill test that this fall. We're just about ready, and the team's been prepping to go and drill our Sherridon project, which is at the very south end of the property.
Okay.
I had some pretty incredible results as well. 617 gram per ton surface sample, nice vein on surface there that they were able to get that from. So we put together a geologic model there, and we're testing that. It's really hard to say which one's my favorite, but I mean, Hyndman is exciting because we found that ourselves, so I can't wait to progress that. And I think we've made big progress recently with that structural interpretation on Gold Rock, so I'm excited to see each zone and the VG that we've had recently from these new targets. I mean, that's a good sign.
Excelento. Tell me, we had some great results lately. How do you interpret them? Are you, well, they were outstanding, very good metal factor, continuing in that direction, going lower?
We are. We were just drilling 3 holes this past week. I think we're on the 3rd one right now to kind of follow up that high grade from the hanging wall structure. With the other new results that we've seen, visible gold intersected, we have structure after structure after structure after structure. They're really quite stacked. And why that's exciting and interesting is because the other cross-plane structures can hit all of those, which gives us a whole lot of targets. So if you start to have 3, 5 stacked structures in a row and then these intersections, you start to add up high-grade zones much more quickly. So we're really excited about that because it could equal a lot more, ounces in this future deposit we're trying to define.
Okay. Question on the structure. How far are they apart?
What we're seeing right now is about 70 meters to 80 meters apart. But there are even more of them that we don't know if they're fruitful yet. So the alteration is there. On our recent drilling at the Laurentian mine, which is the northern target, we saw quite a few stack structures. So it's a very exciting time. I actually kind of hate to be away because we are learning new things every day.
Of course. And you would say the length, the strike is what?
What we've seen for the high grade continuity on the Jubilee zone, which we've drilled the most, we see about 150 meters of strike length. Now, the overall low grade mineralized structure, kilometers. We haven't found the end of it yet. In fact, we actually traced it all the way up to Mud Lake, which is 2 kilometers away. Where we have the high-grade zones are where those cross-cutting structures pierce it. So they have less of a strike length continuity, but they seem to be very continuous down plunge. So having a lot of those really gives us an opportunity to have a lot of ounces in the future.
Okay, very good. Tell us what's next, okay? Because I know we're still waiting for more drill results. What's next for the end of 2025?
We have a lot of work going on right now. So the drill campaign is about halfway through. We'll be going out to the Sherridon property at the south end of the project very shortly. We're planning on doing that this month. Hyndman work for that exploration target on the east side of the property, all up and running right now. That particular one, we're going to do some detailed mapping where we had the really good results. We're also going to do more regional to see if it could be bigger. Down at Sherridon, we're going to do some tests on what we think the structural controls are, a smaller program. So there'll be some interesting regional results coming out. And then we're continuing to add each new piece of the puzzle that we learn at Old Rock to kind of quickly adjust our drill pan. But it's all moving so quickly that just keep staying tuned, because as we learn new things, we'll try to explain what that means and how we're adjusting the targeting. It's going to be a very exciting year, and we're only halfway through the drill campaign. We have assays always flowing in, so we'll be able to explain what they mean and how we're adjusting the targets and going to find more.
And I like to say that you guys, you have a hell of a marketing schedule. We see you guys a lot, and it's very encouraging when you have good result like this. You're coming out with the market. Stock is doing very well. It's up 85% this year. Yeah, I think you have a tons of happy shareholder. The phone must be ringing. And I remember that you guys have a partnership with Donated, yeah?
Sorry.
Yeah, in the area. So this is going well. I believe you're a good friend with them, and it's very important to keep,
Absolutely. It's being part of the community, and so that's what's a little bit different for Dryden is like, as president, I'm based in the community. We have worked really hard to develop more of a local team, so we have a lot of the employees actually live in the region, and we find it really important to be part of the communities and go out to meet with the First Nations, bring their concerns, their values, and try to integrate that into what we do for exploration and our work, so that we're respectful of the beautiful country and the land we live
very
in.
important. How many people you have in the team?
We've been growing quite quickly. I should know this number, but it's almost 10 now. We have core cutters, we're field technicians, we've got a few geologists on staff now. We have an exploration manager who's moving from Val-d'Or to Dryden, so he's on his way now. But it's exciting because we're doing a lot of the geology work that takes a lot of time and thinking, but that's going to be driving our drill program towards success.
I see many mining companies sometimes, like getting a university student. Are you doing that also?
We have some junior geologists that are fresh grads, so it's not quite students, and they're getting ready to go out in the field.
And they're happy. They're getting on the field. And
Exactly.
they discover.
Experience.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you very much, Maura Kolb, the president of Dryden Gold, symbol DRY on the TSX Venture, trading around 27 cents. On this, to all the viewers, thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you.